Hello, world. Back at you with another one, man. Gritty Glove Boxing TV. Coming at you with a special one, man. We're going to call this one, man, the writing on the wall, man. This one, man, I think a lot of people didn't see coming, you know, but Bud did. And in this video, we're going to tell you why, man. We gonna break down the fight from beginning to end, man. So, y'all able to stay up and grind with us and listen to us, man. Shout out to you, man. On your way to work or whatever, man, just hear us out.
Yep.
Been following this fight for a minute. I think this fight been going on 4 or 5 years, man. So this is a big one for us. Since if we from Dallas, Texas, home of Earl Spence. We was highly invested in this fight. I know I was.
Yeah.
Uh, this fight was big for me, and the carry out to the fight is what we're gonna talk about. Um,
Yep.
it's your boy Ray, man. I'm here with my boy Mo as usual, putting it down for the Greedy Glove, man. So let's go and get into it, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What up, Mo?
It all started.
Yeah, when it all started.
It all started. Terrence Crawford moved up to 147, 2018.
18, man.
What all started. Uh, there was a fight going on. Maurice Hooker was fighting in Oklahoma, and people say that Bud pulled up on Earl, but Earl pulled up on Bud. You know what I'm saying? And they had a little showdown. They had a little face to face. You know what I'm saying? Before all that, Terrence Crawford wasn't even calling out Earl Smith. He was calling out Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was the man in the division at the time. Keith Thurman didn't want to give Earl Smith a shot. You know what I'm saying? So he was the man in the division at the time. And that's the name that Terrence Crawford was calling out. But the boxing world was speaking. You know what I'm saying? The boxing world was doing their thing, just like the streets do their thing. They were talking. And
They knew who the man on the block was.
yeah, they
They
already
knew who
knew
the man
Earl
on
was
the
be
block
the
was.
man. So, you know, that fight started getting pushed into the ears of the fans, the ears of the politics, boxing and stuff like that, man. And man, they linked up, you know what I'm saying? And they had an epic face to face, man. I know all y'all remember the shit, you know what I'm
I think
saying?
that was in Vegas, wasn't it?
Nah, it was in Oklahoma. It was in Oklahoma at the
Okay.
Maurice Hooker fight.
Right.
And basically I went down, they had their little back and forth and stuff like that. And a lot of people miss this part of the face off. Terrence Crawford talking this shit, and he told, you know what I'm saying, where Earl was like, man, I knock your ass out, bro. Like you too little. You know what I'm saying? You too little.
Yeah, he was telling them that all count.
Terrence Crawford was like, shit, they ain't say that about Floyd. He like, you ain't Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
bro, you ain't Floyd. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know what I'm saying? He was like, when I knock you out, Terrence Crawford say, when I knock you out, they gonna say you been at the weight class too long. You know what I'm saying? You stayed at 147 too long. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
wait,
You
wait,
weight,
wait,
you were
wait,
drained.
wait,
You know
wait,
what
wait,
I'm
wait.
saying?
Repeat that. You said
Terrence
what?
Crawford said, when I knock you out, they gonna say you been at the weight class too long. You were drained. You know what I'm saying? So,
So
you
he
know,
spoke. He
the right
knew it.
wild, huh?
He knew it.
Right on the wild.
That's what
So
it sounded like. Was
look,
it was it his plan though? Do you think it was strategic? Do you
yeah,
think it was
yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. That's how Terrence Crawford get down. He's an opportunist.
I mean,
He's
but
a
at the
he's an
same time,
advantageous type of motherfucker. He'll
they
take
was
advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? He one of them dirty slimy motherfuckers that take advantage of you and shit like that in the
they
streets.
just want to win. They
You
just
know
want
what
to
I mean?
win.
Just for a dub on you. You know what I'm saying? He'll take advantage of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that in this character. I done seen many niggas like him out here. You know what I'm saying? Out here in these streets, bro. Like he's not the nigga to be trusted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you don't know him, if you ain't part of his group or part of his crew, his family, or something like that, you can't trust him, bro. You can't trust nothing he say. You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of those opportunists, man. He's
Mm-hmm.
the type of nigga that'll do anything to get the edge on you. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward a little bit. You know what I mean? After all the talking and the back and forth, and you know what I'm saying, Earl wanted to hit him with the 64. Now, at the Oklahoma, when they was in Oklahoma at the face-off, I don't want to skip this part. Earl's team was telling Bob Arum to make the fight. He said, make the fight. He said about 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 times. He said, make the fight. When they was in Oklahoma back in 2018. You know what I'm saying? So the fight could have been made back then.
Right.
That that would have been better for the fight to get made back then because Earl hadn't been at the weight class so long yet. He was still fitting into 147.
And this was before the car wreck and before the
And before the car,
surgeries
yeah,
and
all
before okay.
all that. That was before all that shit happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? So time passed on. The talking keep on going on. It keep happening. They keep talking, keep going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Earl was like, he gonna clean up his side of the street, you know what I'm saying, and get these belts, which means he's gonna make the easier fights to make because he's with the PBC and all the champions were with the PBC at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So he told Crawford his plan, which was a bad mistake by Earl. Earl shouldn't have told him his plans. Earl should have kept that shit to himself. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what type of nigga he was dealing with. He didn't know he was dealing with one of them dirty, slimy, grimy, underhanded ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Earl being the man that he is and how too truthful he is at times, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of dealt himself a bad hand with that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's
But
crazy. That's
yeah,
crazy that that you sat here and said that Crawford actually pretty much called the fight. He actually knew the way the fight was gonna go.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
they try to say they didn't see much skill in Earl Spence from the beginning. That's what they try to say. They tried to say they didn't see much skill. So I wonder why was he avoided for so long.
right,
You
right,
know, if there was no skill for there to be, and everybody's calling for this fight, and this man has a belt and a weight that you're fighting in, why not fight him right then and there?
right. Earl even offered him. Earl even offered him 60-40. Terrence Crawford was turning down the fight, saying he didn't want to fight Earl no more. I don't want to fight Earl. Woo woo. You know what I'm saying? I'm over that fight. I'm past that fight. He said the shit. You can count on two hands how many times he said that shit. You know what I'm saying? And all the interviews said he over Earl, he don't want to fight and all this shit. And you know what I mean? When Earl trying to make the fight, Earl was trying to make the fight. Earl was giving him the offer, saying, man, you can take this 60-40 and we could do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But being the nigga that Terrence Crawford is, knowing he don't sell tickets, now he don't want to take the fight because it gotta be 50-50 in my favor or no fight.
Okay,
Or
okay,
60-40
okay,
in my favor or no
okay.
fight.
1 second, 1 second. Okay. As far as the 60-40 go back then, talking about the 60-40, even though, the fight has already happened and Earl gave him what he wanted, we're going back in time anyway. So let's go back to that sixty
Yeah,
forty moment.
yeah.
Was, in your opinion, Terrence Crawford undeserving of a 60-40 or a 50-50 fight? Do you
Yes,
believe
sir.
the fight should have been 50-50 from the jump?
No, no, no. He
Why?
sold out. Earl Spence sold out the Cowboy Stadium with Mikey Garcia. 45,000 people in the building, man. 40,000, 45,000.
A lot of people will go against you and they'll say, "Hey, the Mexican fans packed out that Texas Stadium."
No, 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 no. Go back. Go back. Well, now y'all probably ain't gonna do that much research, but people were going for Earl. A lot of the fans was going for Earl. Earl had a good partner with him in Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? They knew that the black and Mexican fan bases would come together for this fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a good
Absolutely.
strategic money move. You know what I'm saying? It was very good. Mikey Garcia had been calling him out. He's a 3 division, a 4 division champion, whatever fuck he is. And she was calling him out, you know what I'm saying? And Earl was like, nigga, let's go, shit, let's get it. Let's make some money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, from what I heard back then, it was supposed to be Mikey Garcia is gonna put on the boxing clinic.
Right, right, right. Even Sugar Ray Leonard was saying, I got Mikey. I got Mikey, man. He like, why you got Mikey? Man, cause it's Mikey.
So because of that one, yeah, that was crazy. But because of that one
Oh shit.
major major fight he did on pay per view with Mikey Garcia, you felt like Terrence Crawford wasn't in wasn't in a position to call for 50-50 on that fight.
No. Not at all, man. Terrence Crawford, I think Terrence Crawford highest pay per view was with I think he did 50,000 with Victor Postall. He did
Okay, now see, this is the dilemma. This is the dilemma that I have. I we agree on everything, and I'm agreeing with you with this. But a guy, which is actually uh my girl's cousin, uncle, John, shout out. He made a statement. Uh, I get back to him there, man. It was a statement. It caught me off guard when he asked me. I thought you knew what I was talking about, but
yeah, yeah.
anyway, as far as that goes, man, you know, the thing about it is when it comes to fighters and selling tickets, you know, it's almost like it's boxing has become a popularity contest almost,
That's
you
what it
know.
is. That's what it is.
And I feel like in just being a fan of the sport of boxing, Earl Spence was a real popular fighter back then, especially when the Texas Stadium started letting him fight there. Like it once the Texas Stadium opened up to Earl Spence first, and he fell in love with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones fell in love with him, and he was able to make massive money in that stadium. Even to the point where even hey Canelo had to come get some of that, you know. So that
Manny
stadium made
Pacquiao.
him that stadium made him a lot of money. Terrence Crawford at the time, he had the accolades. He didn't have the people in the stands, but he had the ability, the accolades. So when I'm arguing with people about Terrence Crawford doesn't deserve this fight because he doesn't put butt in seats, they're gonna always counter me with his accolades and what he's done in the sport of boxing to to make it to where he deserved this fight. And I think that's what Shakur is trying to do. You know, regardless of the fact of how he's winning, as long as Shakur keeps raising up his accolades, he's gonna put himself in contention for a fight if you think about it. But that's the problem that I feel like at the beginning that I come now to have now as where I didn't at the beginning. Because at the beginning it was a popularity contest. It was Earl put butts in seats and you don't. Earl's gonna pick the price.
Yeah,
But
he's
if
the
you
A side. Like
he's the A side,
that's
and that
just that's just how boxing always had work, bro. Like
yeah,
we can go back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We can go back to Sugar Ray Leonard. We can go back to, you know what I mean, Sugar Ray Robinson. We can go back to Mike Tyson. We can go back
right.
to Lennox Lewis. We can go back to, you know what I'm saying, all the greats, Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Like the A side dictates dictates sends the offer to the B side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The A side send the offer to the B side.
Yeah.
Period. That's how it always have worked. That's just how boxing works. It always has been a popularity contest. So the person that puts the most asses in the seats and sell the most tickets and the most
Right.
merchandise and the most this and that and get the most publicity, you know what I'm saying? Uh, they are the ones who call the shots at the end of the day. So if Earl offers Terrence Crawford 60-40, which is a great ass deal because he didn't even deserve 60-40 if you added up all their pay-per-view numbers and ticket sales and all that shit. You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
crazy.
He did not deserve that, even though he was already undisputed at 140. See, he didn't even fight anybody at 140. He fought Julius and Dongo to become undisputed at 140. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Uh Terrence Crawford names on his resume, he didn't have any. You know what I'm saying? At the time, Earl was offering him 60-40. He didn't have any significant names on
All
his
I'm saying
resume.
is he
Earl was
had
just
the
Earl was showing him
undisputed
respect.
title. He
Earl
had
was
the
showing him
undisputed title.
respect as a man. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make the fight.
Right.
But
See, the
Crawford didn't
thing.
want to make the fight then because Crawford already had his plan planned out. He already had his plan. He told you in 2018 what he was gonna do. He
Right.
said we're
I
gonna do.
agree. I agree that he was trying to weigh this fight out. I agree. But I do think I don't think he deserved 50-50, but 60-40, absolutely. Because of his accolades. And the reason why I say because of his accolades is because he put more into the game than Spence did at the time. Spence was trying to accomplish what Crawford already accomplished. So to say 50-50 and you ain't selling no tickets, that's a little watered down. But 60-40, and you I'm coming in here with a guy who is undisputed champion of the world, kind of like what Devin Haney and Regis got going on right now. You know, where Regis, where Devin Haney has the belts and the popularity. Earl had the popularity and Crawford had the accomplishments. So I feel like you can't really say it balances both of them out, but I feel like he deserved at least 40%.
I think he deserved 35%, bro. I think it was a 65-35 fight. Um, you know, we could talk about Devin and Shakur. Devin sent the 25% offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, maybe that's what he deserved. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
wow, wow. And you know what? You make a lot of sense with that because then you have a performance how you have, and your case of 50-50 goes out the window. You know, um, wow, that's a I can definitely see Devin Haney offering them 10%. and,
Yeah,
and what could Shakur say? What could
yeah.
Shakur
Take
what
the
it,
fight.
what could he say?
Take the take the fight. You know what I'm saying? Take the fight. This dude is undisputed in the weight class that you're in. You know what I'm saying? You just moved up to that weight class. I don't care about your two belts that you had at 126 and 130. You at my weight class now. So you gonna acquiesce to what I want in my weight class. This is my weight class. I've been
That's
at
what
this weight class. I
that's
put in
what
work
you
at this weight class.
I
You know
got
what
you.
I'm
That's what
saying?
you're saying about Earl and Terrence. You
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
because
I'm
Earl
putting in the
don't.
work at this
I
weight
got
class.
you. I got you.
I'm putting asses in the seats at this weight class. You just came up to my weight class, nigga.
Right. I
You
got
can't
you.
dictate nothing. You can't tell me what I should give you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? See, if I were Earl, I wouldn't even gave the nigga the fight. After all that ducking and running he did, man, I wouldn't even gave him the fight, bro, because he told you what he was gonna do to you, but you wasn't listening. You didn't listen. He told you he was gonna wait you out, bro, until you became it, because he knew what you were doing behind the scenes, bro. It's a tweet It's a tweet that Terrence Crawford tweeted to Earl Spence, and he told him, I know what you doing. I know what you doing behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I know what you doing, and you need to stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? He told him straight up, I know what you doing. So he been watching Earl Spence. He been trying to act like Earl Spence. He been trying to do everything like Earl Spence, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think that acting, trying to be like Earl Spence,
Yeah,
even with this Devin Haney shit. Let me
yeah.
clear this up. I think Devin Haney is being strategic against Tank Davis. I think him wearing what Tank Davis wearing, dressing like Tank Davis, getting tattooed. I think it's him being strategic, trying to kind of piss Tank off a little bit. But yeah, man, I think Devin is trying to do the same thing with Tank, but I got you. I could understand why, you would say that because Earl was running the weight class when Terrence came up to the weight class. It's what pissed me off about it was the accident that happened to Earl Spence. And how people still demanded the fight. Even though it was clear in those two fights, in those two comeback fights, even though Earl just overpowered those guys, it was clear that he wasn't himself. It was clear. Um, I expected what I expected from Earl. I got what I expected from Terrence. I did not get. He surprised me. Uh, he surprised me a lot.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, if we're talking about it, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I mean, the guy had six coaches in his corner. He picks up Victor Conte for uh what reason? I guess to help his conditioning.
I know y'all done seen the Netflix series. If y'all ain't seen the Netflix series on Victor Conte, man, I advise y'all to go watch that shit, man.
Yeah, y'all go check this
The
out.
dude,
Y'all
the
find out
dude,
who Conte is.
Victor Conte actually works with Bottom.
But say, this is it would have been different if he's been working with Victor. He picked Victor up for this fight in general.
Yeah.
This one particular fight, you all of a sudden see Victor Conte pop his head up out the blue.
Started seeing snack shirts and snack hats and him running with the goddamn mask on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Started seeing that type of shit just all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? A couple fights back before he fought Earl. You know what I'm saying? I think my personal opinion and my logic leads me to believe that uh, he took the David Avenesian fight. He pulled out of the Earl Spence negotiation. He agreed upon everything, just like y'all say Frank Martin agreed upon everything, and he pulled out the fight and all this shit. He's a duck. You know what I'm saying? Just like all y'all calling Frank Martin a duck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all calling Shakur Steven the, you know what I'm saying, the duck. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't agree to the terms, but you know what I'm saying, the offer was on the table for him to fight for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all call all these other fighters ducks, but y'all don't want to call Terrence Crawford a duck when he agreed to all the terms. He went to Blue Blood and he told Blue Blood that he agreed to everything, all the bullshit that they was presenting to him at the time. He said he agreed to it and he pulled out the fight to fight David Avenesian.
How many years was that ago?
Test to
How many
test
years?
that shit that he had in his system. To test them untraceable drugs that he had in his system. If y'all go back and watch the Netflix series by Victor Conte, you will know exactly what I'm talking about the untraceable drugs that Victor Conte concocts for all these different athletes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he works with Vada. And he worked with Vada.
It's
He
between.
knocked he ain't knocked nobody out like he knocked out David Avenesian. He knocked David Avenesian ass out cold with busted gloves on, but he knocked his ass out cold. Sleep. He ain't never knocked nobody out like that. Go back and watch his fights. He has never knocked anybody out like that. The referee always step in and wave the fight out. He get TKOs and shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't get KOs, knockouts. That's not what he get. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, when he started working with the snack shit, now he getting cold knockouts. I'm just saying, man, we gotta be smarter than what, media gives to us, bro. We gotta look between the lines on certain shit, bro. Like boxing is a dirty ass sport, bro. Floyd Mayweather said at least 80-90% of these boxers on PEDs, bro. You seen how many boxers just got popped for PEDs like
I
shit
think Floyd
recently.
Mayweather. I think Floyd Mayweather tried to expose Crawford a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
recently took a picture together with Shakur Stevenson. You
yeah.
know, uh, but Floyd to say something and then be right back in your face the next day.
Trying to sign you.
You know what I'm saying? Floyd don't give a damn.
He
But
about that.
man, you got points. You got a lot of points, man. You gotta listen to what the man's saying. And if you don't believe in what he's saying, man, go research it yourself.
And they
Go
don't want to do that, bro.
go find out
That's
the
what
type.
they
Go
don't. That's
find
what they
out the
not gonna
people.
do.
Go find out. I mean, you if you're a big Crawford fan and you've been rocking with Crawford for the longest, then you tell me what was different. You was that your guy or not? Or is your guy just that good?
Did he barely make weight because he was putting on a lot of muscle? He was trying to get that muscle mass off of him.
What was it?
Did he skim by making weight? Did he have to go back and make weight again? You know what I'm saying? To try to make weight again. Because he came up short on the scales at first. You know what I'm saying? He was over on the scales at first. And he had to go back and lose a little bit more weight so he could make 147. The dude put on muscle. You can't put on that much muscle that fast, bro. It's just not possible, not humanly possible unless you take steroids, bro. He working with the snack man himself, the untraceable shit.
While we take a minute to bit on that, man, y'all. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, man. More content, man. We're gonna give y'all the real every and all time. Man, yeah, we need y'all help to uplift the show, man. The show's starting to get a little views, man. We love boxing here. So you're gonna get boxing, nothing but boxing, the real, whether you like it or not. We don't go based off race or diverse, man. We just love the game of boxing. Uh, no biased opinions here, man. No BS with the fighters. We got our fighters that we like, but even then, we hold them accountable because we love the game of boxing, man.
Nah, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? And all this whole cheating shit, bro. Like, even though some fighters don't get caught, just like, people saying, oh, well, you can't, he ain't never popped that before. So, we can't believe that he on PD. A lot of fighters don't get caught, bro.
I mean, Eddie Hearn got a whole stable of drug addicts over there, so man, I'm pretty sure he can tell you a lot about that,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
But
sure he slid money up on the table to keep that shit quiet.
but nevertheless, Crawford came out on top in a spectacular fashion. Uh, he was able to catapulted his career to man a new level. He is a new man now. He's on top of the world. You know. The thing about it is they got to do this again. And man, in this where most people stand to like say, I don't want to see the fight. Earl could get killed. This is not a good fight for Earl.
Man,
I honestly, I can understand why they would say that, but I mean, you just gotta know this sport. You gotta know the game of boxing. If
okay.
you are a fighter and you feel like you just didn't give it your all that fight. You feel like you weren't able to do what you wanted to do. Absolutely, you're gonna want to do it again. It's one thing knowing I can't beat this guy. It's another thing knowing I came up short because I wasn't myself. You know, uh, I
Exactly.
think battle testing will be key in this fight. Everybody's on this rematch. People are gonna pay attention to the drug testing, the gloves. Those are gonna be the major issues in their next fight. They're gonna make sure they cross their T's and dot their I's this time. I promise you. And I think you're gonna see a totally different fight. Totally different, man. It's
Man,
crazy the timeline of how this fight came about, though. That's what intrigued me. How Crawford said what he was gonna do, and shout out to Crawford. He said what he was gonna do, and he did it, and he did it. And not too many men have done it. Whether he cheated or not, he spoke those words and he did it. He said exactly what he was gonna do, and he said how he was gonna do it. He said he was going to drain him. He said you're gonna be drained. He
see
said
what I'm
it.
saying? But, you know, yeah, you know, the
I
genie
mean,
smoke.
he's seen Earl walking around 180. Earl was once upon a time called the weight bully. And it's because this man will balloon up to 190, 180 pounds, but he's able to bust his ass and make it back to 47 pounds.
If you make the weight, you're not a weight bully. If you're fighting at 140, if both fighters make 147,
But they're
how
praising
can
Devin
you
Haney
be
for it right now.
how can you be a weight bully?
They praise Devin Haney for it.
How
Devin
can you
Haney
be a
gets
I'm talking
praised
about,
for that. So if you're
I'm
gonna
talking about
praise one fighter, man, you gotta praise both, man.
you gotta keep it all the way. You gotta keep it all the way trill around the board, man. Like you can't like pick and choose. Like that's what these
Can't.
fans like to do. They like to be on one side because that's their favorite fighter, but then when it's another fighter that they don't like or they, you know what I'm saying, really don't keep up with or whatever, then you know what I'm saying, it's a whole different scenario for them. Nah, you make the weight, you're not a weight bully. You made the weight. Both of y'all weighed in at 147. Now, if I blow up 15 pounds, you know what I'm saying, 20 pounds, shit, that's just what I do.
But
Like,
see,
period. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
the I
you know
think
what I
the
mean?
Tank
And
Davis I think the Tank Davis effect is gonna start being a part of a lot of fighters. A lot of fighters are gonna use uh that where a guy can't really blow up too much on me. A lot of fighters, a lot of top fighters are gonna use that strategy. You know, and I want to know where did that strategy come from? That sounds like some Floyd
Floyd,
Mayweather shit. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd,
It
Floyd.
sounds like some Floyd Mayweather shit. Yeah, we're gonna yeah, make sure he can only bloom up 10 pounds. That is definitely some Floyd Mayweather shit. Just the
Mhm.
scientific brain of Floyd Mayweather, knowing the game of boxing. Yeah, I would say they came from Floyd, man. I don't know.
Man, say, man.
See what the rematch gonna look like, man.
Man. If y'all seen Earl before the fight, bro, if anybody seen Earl before the fight, when he was doing his little pre-fight interview, you can tell that that man was out of there. It wasn't even no chance. He ain't had no chance, bro. He had no chance at all. You know what I'm saying? And then, a lot of other shit started coming out after the fight and shit like that. That Earl Spence had broke ribs. He had a broke rib.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He had a
Yeah.
broke rib. He couldn't spar 5 weeks out before the fight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, he made 147 exactly. You know what I'm saying? He clocked in at 147 exactly. You know what I'm saying? When he didn't hydrate back up right, he was smaller than Terrence Crawford, and you know that ain't
He
that shit
he
the case.
he looked it. Now people saying he was looking hot. That could have been fatigue.
Yeah,
That could
Could
have
have
been.
been drained. You know what I'm saying? He had took some shit from Mike Tyson like a couple days ago. Some some edibles and some fucking weed and other shit. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson gifted him with that shit for coming from
No,
the
you fighters
podcast.
don't take nothing from Mike Tyson.
Man, don't take
Never.
nothing from him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be tempting, you know what I'm saying? You might be tempted to go and hit that shit one time or something like that. But I doubt if he was high, you know what I'm saying, the night of the fight, you know what I'm saying? That's
Absolutely.
just not that's not
I think it was
professionalism,
just.
you
I
know what I'm
think it was
saying? This
just
dude,
fatigue. I think he was extremely fatigued. I
yeah,
think exactly what Bud said. He was
yeah,
at the weight too long,
yeah.
and Bud knew it. They also knew Earl Spence's style. They knew what Earl Spence had. That's why they waited to fight out. They waited to fight out. I think a lot of things stopped this fight. I think they wanted him right after the injury. I think they wanted him right after the car wreck. Oh,
Yeah. Earl Spence started talking too much, talking about it's hard for him to make the weight and shit like that too. He started kind of telling on himself, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And Crawford listening to all that shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. He listening. He listening to everything, man. He listening to everything, man. Proper keep his ears to social media now because his name has been getting bashed a lot. Uh, I think he should get his respect. Until something is shown and something is proven where he actually cheated or did something illegal. I think you can't do nothing but respect the man and give him his win. We want to see a better Earl Spence. We don't want to see a weight drain Earl Spence. Now
man,
him
I
saying
hey,
him saying it's gonna be at 47 again. That's kind of showing weakness
on your
in
hand.
Bud. It's kind of showing weakness. It's hard for this man, but if we're playing
Bruh,
chess, I mean,
bruh,
because Tank
bruh,
Davis is doing the same thing. I
bruh,
guarantee you,
bruh.
Tank Davis will
We
do the
don't want
same
to,
thing
bruh.
to Devin Haney.
You
If we're
lose, you
playing,
lose, you lose a lot of respect, bro, when you
if we're
start playing
playing
those type of
chess, we
games,
gotta
bro.
call a spade a spade. Hey,
You
it's a
you
lot of
lose,
fighters.
you lose, bro. That's not warrior shit, bro. That's a nigga trying to take advantage of somebody, bro. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like that's not shit to be like to be proud of. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like you didn't beat this man at his best. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You tried to get every little advantage you can on this man. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
That's
right.
not warrior shit. That's business. You
So
know what I'm saying?
if we're gonna diss
That's different.
Harris about it, we gotta diss Tank about it, man.
You know what I'm
Because
saying? That yeah, yeah, of
it's
course.
the same shit, you
He
draining
should
a
have.
fighter to
He
make the
should have.
fight easier for yourself.
Yeah.
And both fighters use the same tactic, and Terrence is gonna use it again against Earl, and Tank is gonna use it against Devin. You're gonna see it. Earl has to overcome it. Devin has to overcome it, and that's just where boxing is right now. That's what
It's
boxing
just
is. The
is
win
is
is the bag. You know what I'm saying? You get
it's
a
too
lot of
much
wins.
business. It's too much business when it's coming in between two dudes fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, if both parties make the weight, you know what I'm saying, then that should be what it is. There shouldn't be no fucking rehydration clauses and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's speculation that it was a rehydration clause in this contract. You know what I'm saying with Earl and Terrence Crawford. But I don't know for sure. I can't really say for sure, but word has been going around about that. But
Do you
man,
believe we get this fight in February?
I think it should. Yeah,
I
man,
I
I
just
I hope so.
I just
I hope
don't
so.
believe we're gonna get this fight in February. I just have a feeling is something's gonna come out to where it's gonna say, oh, it's been pushed back or something. Because for it to be so soon, you see Earl kind of chilling, you know. Earl kind of laid back, whereas if it's gonna be December, you should be working. You know what I'm saying? Like back at 47 at a weight class that's hard for you to make. What you chilling for? I just got a feeling you gonna hear something about the fight being pushed back, man. I I don't know what to think about this fight. I don't know what to expect, but I know Earl has to be different in all aspects. He has to be the same as far as the dog in him, but he has to be different as far as his approach. And he has to be healthy. And him at 47 is just not healthy. Same thing I said about Devin Haney at 35. It's not healthy. It's just not, it's not for the best interest of your health. And for the people that actually love these fighters, man, they should come out and speak on this and say something and kind of like, let these fighters know that hey, the bag sometimes is not it's not always the best thing. I know you fighting for the money to get us right, but man, don't cost yourself your life. That's how I feel about Devin Haney going to 35. Feel like he can get really hurt. Earl Spence, I feel the same way. I feel like Earl can get hurt, man, especially if he's not healthy. But I think Earl has just took too much in these last couple of years. I think with the car accident and all the surgeries and all the injuries, and now you got the broken ribs. The man is breaking down. He's breaking. He's like still standing up, kind of like the end of that fight. Like you can't break Earl, absolutely, but like you can see Earl is breaking. Like this man is. He's a trooper, man. He's a soldier. He's a true warrior, man. But
He's a man, but he's still a man.
He's
He's still
he's
human.
absolutely still a man. He's
Still
still
human.
human, man. But it's gonna take somebody to stop him because he's not gonna stop.
Nah.
He's not going to stop, man. And somebody has to step in.
See, my take on it, man, about him chilling and shit like that, bro. I just feel like he already knew what the deal was. He took the fight because he didn't want to let the fans down. You know what I'm saying? The last time they said something about him pulling out a fight when his eye got messed up and shit like that. They said he was lying and he was faking and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, he took the fight. You know what I'm saying? And it was a big ass bag on the table. So it was kind of like, man, I'm finna get this money, man. You know, I'm finna do it. I already kind of know the outcome. I ain't feeling good. Shakur Steve, some words. I wasn't feeling good and shit. But hey, I'm finna go out here and I'm finna go make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna turn down this money, this generational wealth that's on the table right now because anything can happen. And I ain't got time to be trying to make 147 again. This nigga already pushed me off a whole fucking year. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make this damn fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna wait no more. I'm finna go out here and get this bag. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, man. But man, y'all here with us, and man, y'all drop something in the comment section, man. Y'all let us know, man. It's been a long night thinking about this over and over and over, man. Kind of wrecked my brain. I don't know what to think. Man, y'all don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon for more content, man. And we'll be back. Y'all keep rocking with us.